Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, June 23rd, 2016. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. We're 5 weeks away from crowning a new NPC USA champion, and Dorian Heywood is putting in an early bid to be considered one of this year's top title contenders. The former NPC Junior National overall champion was spotted looking as good as we've ever seen him earlier in the week, out at Gold's Gym Venice. Over the past 2 seasons, Haywood has bounced around in the top 10 at a few pro qualifiers, but just hasn't quite brought in a good enough level of conditioning to push his way up into the first call-out. Haywood is a real student of the game, and he seems to have learned a few lessons from last year's mistakes. And a few weeks from now, we'll find out whether he's done enough homework to graduate at the top of his class. After announcing that he was planning to make a triumphant return to the stage earlier this season, Ben White looks to be slowly rounding himself into form. This week, new videos surfaced of a slimmer, trimmer, 230-pound version of the showstopper, getting the job done in the gym with a set of heavy deadlifts. I'm not sure if White is planning to suck down in an effort to make a run at the 212 class or what, but this new lean and me version of Ben White is quite a digression from him being the 290-pound tank we saw in the not-too-distant past. Ben has always been one of the more unpredictable athletes in the sport, but if a jump to the 212 really is in the cards for his future, I think it's safe to say it would be his most surprising act yet. After starting the year off with a solid 10th place finish a few weeks ago at the Toronto Pro, Fred Biggie Smalls is officially back in prep mode. Earlier this week, new photos surfaced of Smalls just under 2 weeks out from the Chicago Pro, where he'll be making his first return to the Windy City stage since 2012, when he finished a close second behind eventual winner Issa Obiad. Smalls already looks to be well ahead of his Toronto Pro pace and seems to be on track to bring something close to his best in Chicago. It's going to be tough squaring off against the deep lineup we're expecting to see, but if he buckles down and takes care of business, he's more than capable of pulling off a top 5 finish. Someone needs to do some investigative research and find out if Shaun Clarida is living near a power plant or something like that, because once you get that Chernobyl strength and start stacking plates on the handles of machines because you've run out of room for more weight, something weird and unexplainable is definitely going on. This week, the Giant Killer leaked some footage from a recent leg training session where we see him doing things no man should ever do to the power squat machine. Clarida has started out the year on an absolute tear, racking up straight top 5 finishes and seemingly getting better each and every time out. If he can keep this sort of momentum going all the way to Las Vegas, it'll be interesting to see what sort of damage he can do on the Olympia stage. It's been quite a while since we've heard anything from our good friend Cory Matthews. The Preacher started the year off strong with a top 10 finish at the Arnold Classic, but has done his best to keep his head down and fly under the radar since then. Recently, the man who might have the craziest arms in the entire 212 division was spotted putting in some serious work down in the blistering Texas summer heat at Brian Dobson's world-famous Metroflex gym. Despite never having finished outside the top 10 in his pro career, Mathews still hasn't quite delivered one of those knockout, lights-out performances that we've been expecting from him. But with only 6 pro shows under his belt and the greatest bodybuilder of all time in his corner, it feels like his best is just around the corner. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.